Hello, and welcome. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some Europa Universalis IV. New campaign. We're going to do the Auld Alliance Reversed. So I was talking to Wiz a bit about difficult achievements and some of the different ways that you could do them, and one of the ones that he had his eye on was the Auld Alliance Reversed, which, if you're unfamiliar with it, the Auld Alliance Reversed is, as Scotland, have France as a vassal. Do not form Great Britain. So you must start as Scotland, stay Scotland, and then vassalize France. Meanwhile, you have England in between you to deal with. So he suggested that, there's a couple different ways you can do it. One, you just disband your entire navy, and you try to focus purely on army, and just beat England in a heads-up battle. You preferably try to maybe piggyback it with the French going for the English corps. The other way to do it then would be to try to be navally superior to England by taking your navy plus the French navy and being able to beat the English navy. And there's a couple ways you could do that. You could do that with heavies, or you could do that with galleys. And he says that galleys are bad. I argue the opposite. I say that galleys are far superior to heavy ships, even when they're not being used on the inland seas, because of their numbers and their maintenance costs and everything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the Auld Alliance Reversed, and I'm just going to show them. We're going to make it a local save. We'll call it, I don't know, I am right, because I am. Galleys are just really, really, really good. They're cheap, and they have an unexplained reduction in their maintenance costs relative to their actual the cost that you have to buy them for. So we're going to collect from trade in this node here. We're going to probably collect from trade in the English node as well. And let's just go through why I think galleys are better. So number one, a carrack costs 50 ducats to build, and it costs 0.48 ducats per month to maintain. For the same price, you could get 5 galleys, which would have a cost of 0.15 maintenance per month. So they cost far less in maintenance, 1/3 as much maintenance. One heavy has 40 cannons. 5 galleys have 60 cannons. So you have 50% more cannons. One heavy has 20 hull. 5 galleys have 40 hull. So twice as much hull size and 50% more cannons. And on top of that, they are faster. These have a move speed of 5. These have a move speed of 8. Now, of course, the disadvantage being that you have to spam the force limit, but I'm going to show you in this campaign why force limit is really more of a suggestion, so much as a set of rules when you're using galleys, because galleys cost so little in base maintenance, you can really, really exceed your force limit, and it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to go for like a 50% mix between light ships and galleys, because as you approach the force limit, if you go to 19 force limit and then you try to build another one ship, and it's, you have 19 galleys and you build more galleys, then the cost actually goes up and the advantages start to dissipate. So we do need to mix in barks and galleys as well. It's not just going to be pure galleys. But anyway, that's basically what the plan is. So we're going to go for probably some early relationships with France. They have us guaranteed at the start, so we don't have to worry about that. What kind of missions do we have? Advance the frontier. Okay. Now, I've tried in the past taking, solidify papal relations, and then I didn't see advance the frontier before, so I feel like we're probably going to want to take this mission, now, just so we get our free claims. We can use those later. As far as rivals go, we can't rival really anyone but Denmark. Sweden's going to ask us for us to support their independence, because that's just what usually happens. It could be a good thing for us to get involved with. Advisors is something we might not actually be able to afford. We'll see. Production efficiency could be cool. Where's most of our income come from? From taxes. A tax guy would be a lot better. Morale of navies, no. Better relations over time. We have no negative opinion with anyone, so that's useless. Morale of armies guy could be useful. We do want to take a military advisor just so that we can try to get to military tech 4 as soon as we can. We'll focus on military tech. Going to lower our maintenance down to 0. We're going to destroy the fort in Fife. We're going to mothball the fort in Lothian. Hide our army up in the Highlands. And we're going to immediately start building barks. I know we were just talking about galleys, but you'll see why in a moment. So first thing we want to do then is we want to take our light ships. We're going to protect trade in the North Sea. We're going to take our other ships, take the heavies. We're going to send them south. These heavies are silly and we don't want them. Next, we're going to improve relations with you. Castile's friendly. They have not rivaled France. Excellent. Neither has France rivaled Castile. Wonderful. So we could potentially be friends with both of them if we do it at the same time. Although our army strength is a bit lacking. They haven't rivaled them. Okay, they're a great power. We're strong enough probably that we're not going to have the has a great power ally thing. Maybe we can actually pick up a double alliance. That would make this campaign super easy. But for now, let's Let's get rid of these navies. They're too expensive. And then at the same time, we do want to vassalize Connaught. So improve relations with them. And we will improve relations with Castile. Now, how's Burgundy feel about us? Burgundy would accept an alliance, but they've rivaled France, so we'd have to pick between either France or Burgundy. So that's actually an interesting thing. Like, Burgundy and her vassals probably do have a pretty comparable navy. I wonder if possibly Burgundy-Castile would be a better pick, and then just never be friends with France. Let's see, Burgundy, you have 2 heavies right now, and then we'd be interested in Flanders and Holland. Flanders has no heavies, but they've got 8 ships together, and then Holland has 3 heavies. So 5 heavies with Burgundy versus France at only 3. So yeah, Burgundy actually is looking like a better option. Of course, if we do that, we're going to end up being at war with France, which is fine, come to think of it. Alliance offer from Munster. You have rivaled Connaught, and that's the one that I can vassalize. I cannot vassalize Munster, we're not strong enough. So we're going to say no to the alliance with Munster. This is an interesting change. I was not expecting Burgundy to be an option. Normally, Burgundy is not friendly. They're not even friendly, they're just willing to do the alliance. Interesting. I wonder how long France will keep their guarantee of us up if we ally Burgundy, who they have rivaled. Probably not very long. And that is one of the only things that's keeping us alive right now. Let's go up to speed like 3 for now. Get our navy to this Straits of Dover, maybe the Channel. That'd be a good spot, we can sell some stuff. Interesting. Well, we're hoping that France attacks England. England is supporting the independence of Sweden. England has entered into a military alliance with Castile. Well, that's probably going to make us unable to ally Castile. Alright, I'm going to split you, and we want to try to sell some ships. Venice has allied France. We'll buy a couple heavies. Buying that would exceed your force limit. You'll buy 1 heavy from me. 40 ducats, that's a good deal. We'll use that money to immediately start building more light ships. So send these 2 down this way. Alliance offer from Novgorod. Do we want to get involved in the Swedish War of Independence? Maybe, but if England's going to get involved in supporting Sweden, well, that make us actually allies in a war. No. Not gonna do that. Do you want to buy some ships? I hear you might like ships. You will buy 2 ships from me for 80 ducats. Sold. And we will use that money to buy more light ships. We will also want to train more troops at some point. So we don't have a lot of land. I mean, getting involved with the Swedish War of Independence would be nice simply because we could attack and take land from Norway. But it might be better to be in a separate war where we just claim Orkney, and then, you know, while Denmark is busy defending against Sweden, we just take Orkney and maybe these other provinces off of his hands. So let's do that. We'll tie up a diplomat on a claim on Orkney. Actually, which one of these has the most development? It's all pretty weak. Yeah, Orkney's fine. Alliance offer from Connaught. Now in this case, yes, we're going to say yes. And it is a race to try to vassalize some of these little guys. England still has their alliance with Portugal, it looks like. So they're going with the Castile-Portugal route. I've got to pick up an alliance with somebody at some point here soon. You have not rivaled Burgundy. Okay, well. Not being able to pick up that alliance. It's tough to actually get the alliance with France right away. But they both rivaled Burgundy. Sorry, both rivaled England. It'd be amazing if I could actually, at the same time, get the alliance with France and with Burgundy, and then declare a war on England, and just get them both to help me. Could be interesting. Now, all these light ships, I don't think we need them. We're going to get rid of half. We'll sell them if we can. Does anybody want to buy them? Let's come back from Castile for a moment. These other ones we will mothball. Not that they're very expensive. They only cost 0.4 ducats. We're barely saving anything, but, you know, every little bit helps. Do you want more ships, France? They would give us a better price if they were friendly. No one currently is friendly to us. In Burgundy, do you want them? Not those. The light ships. 30 ducats. Ah, just barely shy. You want one fewer. Let's try it. I mean, if you'll give me more money for... If I can get 30 ducats for it, that'd be amazing. Damn it. You need more diplomatic reputation. Or you need to not be neutral. I don't have more diplomatic reputation. I can't do that. Let's just sell them 2 then. 2 for 20. That's a good deal. Okay, and hey Flanders, you want to buy some too? Good deal. Okay, we really only need like 2 transports, so let's see if we can dump another 2 of them. I'd much rather upgrade to the light ships. Holland. This is my 3rd fleet, so it's actually those 2. You can only afford 1, huh? It's above the Dutch treasury. Friesland, you want them? Sweet. Apparently everyone that's on the coast wants transports. Well, we're glad to sell them. Okay, well we've picked up some inflation for having sold those ships, but we'll take it. And we'll go back to improving relations with Castile now. It's kind of a gamble, you know. I think you're supposed to form the alliance. Sweden's declared their independence war. England has entered their alliance. Okay, so they're fighting against Denmark. And that means that we have complete naval superiority. As soon as we get our claim on Orkney, we declare war on Norway. Let's move these transports up here. Anyway, I think it's... I mean, you want to go for the alliance with France, typically, because France will beat England. But Burgundy could just as easily beat England if Burgundy had naval superiority. And I do think they have a better navy than France does. At least at the start of the game, because France only has like 2-3 ports. Maybe if France wins their first war with the... then it'd be better, but... We also need to train up to our force limit. In fact... Okay, we're not up to our maximum force limit yet, so that's fine. We've been discovered, who cares? It makes no difference at all. The thing is, we do not want to get involved in a war against France. If Burgundy attacks France and they expect us to honor the call, that would be bad. So we do want to kind of improve relations with France, because, you know, if I have really high opinion of France, it's less likely that Burgundy would try to call me in against them. That's if I have a high opinion of France. And they're likely to have a... well, I don't know. We'll see. Scottish Navy strength, distance between borders, neutral attitude. It'd be amazing if Castile would rival England. You know, they should pretty quickly be too strong to rival Morocco or Tunis. But they're probably going to rival France, if I had to guess. Alright, so we're just basically just waiting on our claim. Let's go speed 4. Since the Castile thing is really kind of a slower thing. You are allied with England. Okay, so Connaught's at 96 with England, and they are at 127 with me. So, looks like we'll beat them to that race. Trebizond has formed a PU. And there's a succession war. Let's proclaim our guarantee of Connaught, unless we are... Yeah, it's time for that, okay. We'll do our... offer them military access, ask for transfer trade power. We're not going to get very much trade power from them, but we got more light ships out. As long as we can get over 15%, hey, why not? It's 3%. It's 3 opinion. Let me queue up more light ships. Of course, these things do pay for themselves, which is quite nice. Maintenance cost of 0.04 ducats. They're definitely making at least that much protecting trade. Not that there's a lot of wealth in this node. It'd be great if we could collect from trade in the English Channel and not have to do it up here in the North Sea. But to do that, we'd have to actually have land in the English Channel node. Down here. So we're a long ways off. We've got our claim. I don't think we have to worry about the Danish fleet. Pretty sure that the Danish fleet may be dead already, actually. Denmark has 20 ships still. Okay, so not yet. Apparently England hasn't sent their navy over there. Hardy seamen. Cool. Naval tradition's nice. There's the Danish fleet. Sorry, the English fleet. Landing 1 cavalry. Interesting. You don't suppose he sent his entire army over there, do you? Be interesting. Alright, so we want to try to get like 20 light ships is the goal. We want to go to our force limit in light ships, and then we want to go to like roughly force limit, maybe force limit plus 50% worth of galleys. And you'll see how that mix is very inexpensive. And good. Let's wait just a little bit longer until Denmark's definitely losing their war. I think that England's got them pretty well blockaded. It might be about that time. Let's improve relations with Burgundy. Never did start doing that. An alliance with Castile. You know what? I think I'm actually going to wait until we can get Connaught vassalized. We're looking at not too much. I could send them a gift if we really wanted to make it quick. Actually, hold on. We can offer them vassalization as long as they are not at war. So I can declare my war now. Crimea's attacked Theodoro. You guys are not mothballed. Seems fine. James! Okay, so that's good. King James II Stuart, and we have heir, James Stuart III. Alright, well by all means, let's attack Norway over Orkney. Seems fine. We'll go there, and we'll march these two up to here. And the reason why I am sending 2 instead of just 1 is because I'm going to keep maintenance at 0. And we're not going to get any reinforcements, so we need 2 regiments to... Of course, we're suffering a little bit more attrition this way, but it's fine. It's only 1 month of attrition anyway. And now that we've got those sieges complete, we can park the rest of the army there for some loot. I'm hoping my navy's safe. It should be. Swedish war is at 12 war score. So looting is happening. 1.3 ducats, not bad. Be cool if there's like a total maintenance cost for this army indicator somewhere, but you'd have to actually manually add it up. But that would be really handy. Like right up here, it should just say like, you know, maintenance cost for this entire army. Serbia has attacked Bosnia. That's never happened before. Meanwhile, Norway has a mothballed fort. I wonder if we can maybe get some extra war score by going up there. We'll get 25 war score just from occupying this thing, but... The breaking of the Douglases. In 1449, the King James II was old enough to marry and reclaim control of his kingdom. He immediately seized the Livingston estates, but he was a bit more lenient against the Douglases. In a quarrel in 1452, however, he himself stabbed William to death. Historically, this was the end of the power. Wow. Make peace. I think we make peace. That doesn't sound like fun. We don't want to fight 13 regiments. We have no maintenance right now. Alright, we'll keep the rest of those ships out there. Sorry, those armies out there, because they are looting as well. Novgorod's already taken that fort, so I can't do that. To get my peace deal, I'm going to need... it's only going to be a little tiny bit of dip. 18 war score. We can definitely do that just from ticking war score alone. Cool. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to take a break here. As always, thank you for watching, and Wiz, appreciate you watching, because I know you did. because he wants to see the galley strategy work, and it will. So I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.